everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to a shave video. Right, what we're using today? Today I'm using a new soap and it attracted me because of the label. It's called, what's the company called? First Line Shave, and it's 80s Rewind Volume 1. Got this from the Razor company. Look at that for a label. As you can see, it's like an arcade. I remember this very well. I was born in 1981, so I grew up in the 80s. And like, I remember like mid to the end of the 80s kind of thing. And I remember going into arcades, Greyhound Arcade, if I remember the name right, back in the day on the High Street. And we used to have games like Double Dragon, Afterburner. And I used to love it, I really did. It's a good time in my life, you know, when you had no troubles or anything like that. But yeah, that's the label. And underneath, well, on the side, you've got Donkey Kong. Really cool. I do like the label. There it is, if you can see it all right with this lighting. Yeah, fantastic. And I'll put the scent notes over my face, okay? Over my face for a few seconds. Because this smells, I'll show you. That's what it looks like. I've scooped some out of the bowl. It looks really, really, really nice, doesn't it? And it smells, to me, this is like with the same kind of line, I say line, the same kind of time as like Yardley Gold, that's what I'm getting anyway, like late 70s into the early 80s. This is based on YSL, is it Kuros or Kuros? I'm not too sure how you say it, but I know it's a white bottle. And I remember seeing that when I was in the 80s, obviously I was born there. But for me, scents and stuff is more like, it's probably more like Insignia or Lynx, you know, Africa at the end of the 80s kind of thing, that kind of smell. And Apollo, I think I remember. But that's the sense I get when I was younger. I'm more Insignia, really, because you could get the aftershave and stuff. I remember having the deodorants and stuff. I was about 11 or 12 when I remember that, though. But when it comes to like scent, it's still Brutes as well. I used to use Brutes when I was only 12 and I was putting Brutes on. But anyway, that's what we'll be using today. And it will be using the matching splash. And look at that for a bottle. I thought it was two-tone, as in the aftershave, but it isn't. It's just a bottle. It's just a bottle, but it's a really nice bottle. I really like it. Do I like the scent? It's okay. It's not something I would probably put on my face every day. But if you was around, like probably the end of if you was around in the 70s and then grew up in the 80s kind of thing, when your teenage years, you probably would like this scent, to be honest. For me, I'm more swinging towards like Insignia kind of smell, sweet smell. Anyway, brush your choice is going to be, I do ramble, don't I? It's going to be Phoenix Arts and Accoutrements, and it's called Starwisp. There it is. I went with the colour because it kind of matches, I thought. So yeah, that's what I'll be using. Really nice brush. Bit of a backbone to that. Bit of a flopper, I'll call it. Lovely little handle, that is. Look at that. And yeah, it's a 26mm because I'm Phoenix Arts and Accoutrements. Always underneath, you'll find where I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it'll tell you the size. And if you see like the little Easter eggs, these little black things there, is the cube, the pre-shaved cube. Yeah, it's called the Starwisp. Really nice brush, so I'll be using that. It's synthetic. Have I showed you everything? No, I haven't showed you the razor. The razor is a Merkur 37C, and it's a slant. There it is, just same as the 34C, but this one's the 37C, and the difference is same handle with just a slant. And inside that's going to be a Black Beauty blade. A treat blade, the carbon steel one. There we go. I have used these on many videos, but I'm just trying to use them in different razors, see if I really like the blade, to be honest. And that's what it looks like. I'll actually load this up now. Yeah, so I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you're doing. I think this goes out Wednesday, so I hope you're having a great week. And I'm just opening up the blade packet, and there it is. That's what it looks like. Probably seen it before, but I'm going to show you again. And just twist the bottom on these and just pops off like so. Turn it upside down. Blade straight over the posts. Let that drop into the little rivets, or whatever you call them. Posts, that's it. And then we're just literally going to straight on top, put my finger on top like that and screw it down. And I think there is overhang on this. Yeah, there's a little bit of overhang to be aware of on this razor. That's really, yep, perfect. Happy days with that. There it is. That's what it looks like. A little bit more aggressive than a normal razor, just because it's a bit more slanted. That's what it is. It's slanted instead of being, it cuts across. I think that's the reason. So let's get lathering. I have got some soap already put into my scuttle. It's nice warm in there, so I'm going to have a nice warm lather hopefully. So I'm going to dip the bristles. I was going to put some pre-shave on, but it's under the cupboard and I can't be bothered. And he said asked to get it out. I just said asked. Oh well. Right, there we go. It's wet but not dripping. I'm going to go straight into the lather bowl. Yeah, this sense it's okay. Yeah, you know, I think a lot of you will like this. Who, as I say, was maybe grew up in the 70s and lived your teenage years in the early 80s. You probably like this. I've never smoked. I've never smelt YSL's Curious or Curious, whatever it's called. So I can't really comment to say if it smells exactly like it or whatever. But as I say, if you like that kind of stuff, I think it's like patchouli and stuff. It smells all right. I'd say really nice, but right, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna put a bit more water in there. Yeah, great. Bit of lather. It's lathering up okay actually. Don't know why I'm saying surprised. I've never used this company before. I saw it on the Razor company's website because I always go over there when they've got like new arrivals, and I've seen this and I ordered it. And then I saw when I ordered it, Paul Fox actually put a video about it. And I watched his video. I dropped him a message just saying I've just brought that. So yeah, I brought it for the label really. I'm going to go with that, look at that. I can always go back if I need to. I'm going to wet the mush and start shaving. Right, here we go. Scent strength's about 5. It's quite strong. About a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I've not used this yet, this actual soap. Normally I use new soaps off camera just to see if it reacts to my skin or anything. So I might get irritation, I don't know. It makes some great lather. Bit more water. And smack it around your face. Yeah, it's a great handle this is. You can like grip it. Right, I'm going to go with that. It's quite slick. Here we go with the grain, first pass with a Treat Black Beauty in the Merkur 37C. I'm going to unplug that because it's going to drive me mad dripping. Come on, Mr. Sink, say hello. Here he is. Shh. Yeah, quite a mild blade this is, and this is I can't really feel the blade. It's cutting it right down. Make sure I don't chop my mole in half. I've got a mole on my neck or throat. Yeah, nice that is. I'm starting to like these blades, even though they're quite mild for me. I take it right down. I think they're my favourite blade for like adjustables. You know, you can dial it right up with the adjustable, and you won't really get a really aggressive shave because the blade's so mild. You might hear my cat as well meowing because he's just in that room there. Plenty of people outside, what they're doing. Should be a nosy neighbour. Go and have a look. Happy days, first pass. Back to the side, give it a quick rinse. Wow, shaved some whiskers off that, did. Right, here we go. I'm just going to put a bit of water into the bristles. Just like that. Just like that. Today is Saturday for me. It's a bank holiday Monday on Monday. So we've got a nice long weekend. And the plans are nothing. I ain't doing anything this weekend, I don't think. I was going to go walking with a few friends, but my friends are busy, and plus the weather's a bit dull now. It's dropped to about 17 degrees. So I might just chill out, to be honest. There's actually a new series of Clarkson's Farm, if you know what I'm talking about. Jeremy Clarkson, the guy, well, one of the presenters of Top Gear, the old Top Gear. He's got a farm not too far from here, actually. Chipping Norton, not too far. And he's got a series about it. It's quite good. So the new series is of that. So me and my wife are probably going to watch that later. Here we go, across the grain. Second pass. Them birds. Windows shut as well. If you can pick it up on the camera, or the camera's picking it up. My wife's already looking at holidays for next year. We promised ourselves we ain't going away because we want to save up. But she's already looking. She's already working out what she wants to do. Because me and my wife, we are massive Disney fans. Well, Florida fans. We love the parks in Florida. And I've been lucky to go about, how many times have I been? 1, 2. I've been 3 times, and my wife's been about 17. She used to go when she was a little girl. But we've only recently started to go back. I think we've been the past 2 years, I think, yeah. The last time we went was Hurricane Milton. But we're on about going again, probably May time, maybe May or even Christmas time. I'm not too sure yet. It's still up in the air. As I say, we're trying to save up. But I think our plan is to save 1 year, have a holiday, save, holiday, do that kind of thing. Because it's a long time, because we've got something in mind what we want to do. And it's a long time not to have a vacation for us. When we used to go in every year, you know. We're very privileged to do that. We're allowed, you know, we can afford to go once a year, twice a year, depending where we're going. Florida's a kind of holiday you go once a year. It's an expensive thing now, these parks. But we do want to travel around America, to be honest. We might be going to Texas. That's another place where I've always wanted to go. It's all up in the air, though. As my wife's got friends in Texas. Right, here we go. I'm going to put a bit more. Just put a bit more water in there and get that going. Just because it's still holding the heat. You see, this is. And that was a fantastic pass as well. I weren't even thinking about the pass then. We're going for a third pass, and it's going to be a pick-up pass. A pick-up and a third pass and a pick-up. What was I talking about? Oh, well, going away. Well, we're on about going away. We'll see what happens anyway. Anything can happen. We're at the mush again. That's put most of it down, to be honest. Probably a little bit on the old chin. This is nice and warm still. I feel like having warm lava, you know. Especially when the temperature's dropped a little bit. I'm sure it looks dark out there. I think it's going to rain. Yeah, Texas is another place we've always wanted to go. Memphis as well. I think I've mentioned this in the previous videos. That's going to be like a big road trip at some point, but we're not until another, probably my 50th, to be honest. I'm 44 now, so it's a few years away, so I've got time to save up and do what I want to do and then save up for a big holiday. But we are looking into doing maybe Florida again, we don't know yet, soon. Just all up in the air. Because they've got new park, Epic Universe, I think. That's something we want to see. Right, third pass, here we go. I'm rambling a bit today again, ain't I? Tell me to shut up in the comments. Just stop rambling. If you say that, then I understand. I'll shut up and just shave. Someone's banging. I think they're fixing the fence out there. The fence come down. We had high wind. Well, we didn't have high winds. It just blew down because the stumps are rotten. We've got people out there trying to fix it now. Their fence, not mine. What a shave. Let's say I'm not keen on the scent. It's not for me, I don't think. But as I say, if you was a teenager in these kind of years, as in, you know, your 20s, you more than likely probably use this. As I say, 1981 I was born, so I wouldn't have been putting this on me. I probably smelt it around me, but I wouldn't remember, would I? 80s, all I remember in the 80s was, I'm trying to think what's aftershaves. I remember seeing High Karate, but that was, I think I used to see that in the bathroom. Tobacco, I used to see that. Tobacco, actually. Didn't tobacco used to be like a black and yellow box, if I can remember. And it used to be a talc. I remember seeing the talc, the splash. I didn't see this. Did I see the soap? I'm not too sure. So I say I'm really young then. I'm trying to think. I used to see High Karate, but it was a soap dish, if I remember right. This is what I remember anyway when I was younger. But 80s for me was more about the end of the 80s, like the video games coming out, like the Game Boy. I've still got the original one. It's in the thumbnail. That's actually an original one. It works. It's been revamped inside. It's still the original. It's just had the battery connectors redone, which is amazing. Really, you can still use play textures, Super Mario and stuff like that. Anyway, stop rambling about that. Right, I'm gonna rinse the face with cold water. That was a nice shave. A bit more cold water. Yeah, I think the soap is a fantastic base. It really is. I'll put a black bit on my face then. Fantastic base. Just see if it's vegan or anything like that. I think it's got tallow in it. Could be totally wrong. Goat's milk, aloe vera, beef tallow. There you go. Yeah, really nice soap. Really nice slickness. Just not my smell, I don't think. Maybe that's what they should do. Maybe an art centre out there would do like Lynx Africa or I don't know. Something like, or Insignia, Shilton. I think it was made by Shilton, yeah. insignia. Right, we're going in with a matching splash now. See what it smells like. Probably the same. It's matching splash. Oh, hang on. It does smell like it, but there's something, it smells a little bit different. Not too different. Yeah, that's going to go in the cupboard now. I probably won't use it for a while. Just because it's not my kind of scent, that's why I keep saying it. Sorry. I'm shaking up the balm now. I'm going to be using Nivea for Men Replenishing Post-Shave Balm. There we go. Put that on there. Beautiful. Really nice. Let that shine for a bit, let it sink in a bit. Rinse my hands and tell you, show you what we've used. If you've had your eyes shut. Right, the razor of choice was the, get on there, tell now. Razor of choice was the Merkur 37C, the slant. Inside there was a Black Beauty, a treat carbon blade. Really nice. Enjoyed it, gave me a nice shave, didn't get no nicks or irritation. Soap was First Line Shave, and it was the 80s Rewind Volume 1. As I said, if you was around and you like that patchouli kind of smell coming through and stuff, it's probably, to me, this is the same kind of thing with, like, I don't know, Yardley Gold, that kind of beginning of the 80s. That's what I get from this. Yeah, it's really nice stuff. Smells not for me, personally, that's what it is. But if you was around and you was probably in your 20s and you loved that kind of smell, this is probably for you. We used the matching splash, fantastic bottle there. And we used the post-shave balm, which is Nivea for Me. Also, the brush was the Starwisp, there it is, from Phoenix Lights and Accoutrements. Really good brush. Fantastic brushes from Phoenix Shaving. And we used Miss Scuttle to lather up. And I think we've come to the end. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, I'm on Chad Shaves. I'll put them scanning things you can do. I'll put it at the end of this video. So you can just scan on it with your mobile camera and it'll take you straight to my Etsy, to my Instagram site. I ain't got Etsy. Anyway, have a fantastic day wherever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video. So take care. Try a bit. Try.